everyone, welcome to Second Sight Tarot, a branch of wellness. I'm here to do the monthly reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of May 2021. I've already meditated on your cards, and please remember that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. Please take what does and leave the rest. It's not for everyone. I'm going to do the element spread, current situation or true issue, how you can move through this through intellect and communication, the emotions you can connect or release from this, and how you can move through the outcome in a graceful way. So I've already pulled some cards, but I'm going to do a couple other clarifiers and some other cards to bring down Oracle and Tarot. The essence of the reading I pulled is the Chariot, if I can pick it up, sorry. So I really think that there is a lot of action right now. I think that there's a lot of willpower, success happening here, a lot of action being taken. Determination on your part to make things happen the way that you really want them to happen in a controlling way, not in a negative way, but just having control over the situation. You are guiding this chariot to move forward and to really take control without having any reins. It's all about the mind and your intuition and really having a balance with everything and feeling good about it. So really taking control here, having the willpower, and taking action and being determined is kind of the essence of this reading. We also have, sorry, just making sure my alarm doesn't go off with all the sage burning. I pulled some of the Urban Crow Tarot. I don't know, maybe for some of you, there's feeling exposed right now, or very raw, or very vulnerable, I want to say. Kind of being exposed to the elements, being exposed to people for what's going on in a situation, or of who you are. Not in a bad way, but just that kind of energy of feeling that you're exposed. And also, maybe this transition of feeling exposed, I don't know if they go hand in hand, so I'm actually going to not take them hand in hand, but for some of you, that might be the issue or the feeling that you're getting, or the emotions that might be coming up. And for others, there's this almost need for solitude, or maybe because this is a transition, and there is a transition happening right now. Maybe something had just happened, that something came to an end, or, there's a major shift or transformation happening, and you're feeling very vulnerable and exposed. And now the goal here is to find solitude or find balance within these energies. So it's kind of both ends here, and finding a happy middle ground. So that's going to be the absolute energy of it. And it is time, and I think there is something that you need to take action for, and it is the time to do so. And I really think that this action is, there's energies really forming for you to really move forward and take initiative to something that you really want to plan. This could be a major life-changing thing, or a situation, or a project, or something like that, depending on where you're at. So I'm going to pull some cards in situation. I'm not going to take that. Wow. I'm going to shuffle. Oh, that's love. Okay, I'm going to keep that one just because I'm going to pull one more though. Current situation issue for May 2021. Thank you. Let go. Okay. Letting go of this, of something's about to happen, or something's moving, or this kind of energy. It could be the control of this situation that I was telling you about, having control. I think that's kind of a good thing for most of you, but if you are controlling it too much and you're afraid of something not going according to plan, then maybe letting go and kind of just releasing and allowing the seeds to kind of go where they need to go, whether you're planning something new or taking action on something interesting, or life-changing stuff, really planting seeds and kind of not controlling how they grow or where they grow. You can nurture them and nourish them, but just giving up, standing back a little bit, letting the universe kind of do its thing. Let me see what's under that. Don't stop, the miracle's around the corner. Taking action, I do think that you're really, really close to really, for those of you who have already been taking action, don't give up, because I do think that you're very close to accomplishing your goal, or to really to your final destination. So don't lose hope there. The current situation here, you have the Lovers, which, this is not just love. This could be, This could be divine love, you know, or divine union with something or someone or yourself. For a lot, this could be yourself, you know, if it's not a relationship. This can also be like a very powerful bond you have with someone. This could be like shared values. You know, it could be your BFF. It could be a significant other. It could be yourself. It could be a family member. Whoever you're closest to. It doesn't mean necessarily like intimate love. I think the majority, though, is kind of, if it's not a love relationship, and I'll clarify if it is or not for those of you who are in a relationship or trying to find love. But the love card also came out, and that's why I wanted to keep this, because it said allow it to pour in and out of you. So I do think that this is a divine, this like interconnection with yourself, this union with yourself to really truly love you for who you are, and not like judging yourself, and just loving yourself for who you are. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. And sixes are also overcoming obstacles and perseverance. So I do think that you're like actually really moving or doing some steps here to do some inner work, or going towards a new love, or really working on the relationship that you're currently on. And the other one is speak up. Your voice, use your voice to express yourself. So maybe if it is a love opportunity, and maybe you should just speak your mind and tell them that you love them, or just be open and say, you know, maybe you haven't said I love you in a while to a friend or to your family member, to yourself, you know, like really look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you for who you are. But it could be to someone too, and just speaking up to say that and share, and maybe just your common person on the road, I say that because road rage, but people are a little, you know, very, very in this frantic, chaotic energy right now. And there's a lot more people out now too, because the weather's getting warmer and just people are over being stagnant, and it's an interesting energy. But this is also about like speaking love more, speaking up with loving, kind words more, not, you know, finding compassion and finding just this love that comes from a deep place sometimes, because behaviors can kind of keep that from coming out. But depending on where you are on the spectrum of this love situation, maybe really looking at that a little bit. So I'll pull some clarifiers for that. Current situation. Okay, thank you. The stress card came out. This could be causing you, let me pull one more. Pull out this, please. Whoa. Interesting. So the burden came out, which is a 6, and stress came out, which is a 7. Maybe this is a very stressful time in a relationship, and that's maybe speaking up for some of you is key here. Really speaking your mind in a very pure way, mind you, not just like lashing out, but like speaking your truth in a respectful, compassionate way. That's best. But the burden here, this is interesting. I just got this deck, so I'm still learning it, but I think this is the 6 of Wands, because they have a wand in their hand here. And 6 of Wands are all about gaining confidence here, you know. And maybe there's just like this like what I'm seeing from this is this constant push for survival, this constant push for like gaining confidence, or just work, you know. This could be work related. I don't know. I'm just getting, this is like a fight, you know, constant fight. There's a lot of burden here. But 6s are also all about overcoming obstacles and being perseverance. So maybe some of you feel wounded and just exhausted about a situation. Maybe it's self-love. Maybe it's really battling and having like fighting for your own love, your self-love, and like kind of really battling with that, if that's the case. Could be a relationship feeling the same way. Or it could be what I just said about like external love, about your common man or woman, or, you know, just the human race as a whole, and really feeling like you're constantly at battle, or constantly pushing, you know, to like communicate or connect or really find deep love for people. This one could be it. Stress, I think this could be because you're juggling a lot and you feel maybe burned out. Maybe, you know. So this is also about like having experience or gaining experience, maybe, you know, really learning something and it's causing stress, or just like you're over this experience because you've done it so much and it's just like stressful now. You don't want to keep juggling all of this stuff, you know? I think this is the Seven of Wands. It's just, they're lights, so I'm not sure. I gotta look. I'm sorry for not studying the cards. I'm just kind of using them so I can get to know them. But I'm also reading them intuitively through the art. I also think that this is a little bit of not letting go of something, not letting go of stress, not letting go of the cause of the stress. Really holding on to it, something that you're not willing to let go of. I don't know if that even resonates, but I'm just saying what's coming out. I'm gonna pull one more and then we'll move on here. Wow. So skills again, and I said it, you know, experience gained or learned here. I think there's a connection here with self a lot, and really finding the skills and a way to connect on a different level. This could be universal consciousness, just everybody in a whole. I think this is more globally too. You know, if it isn't a relationship and it isn't self-love, it might be global and educating. A lot of education, skills, education. Really educating yourself here on ways, or learning new ways of how to love yourself, how to love your partner, how to love in the future, how to love just like the human race. So you have this kind of stuff, and then there was one more that was learned. I forget what it was. I might find it again, but it's all skills. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't see it. But anyway, very interesting current situation, or true, the issue of the matter right now. It's interesting. This is the first globally kind of energy that I'm getting, or just pure love being the issue here. Or I don't want to say it's an issue. It's the situation that's happening here. I'm going to pull one more just because I'm nosy and I want to get into it a little bit. Current situation for Capricorn, please. May 2021. Thank you. Taking action again. There's an action being taken. I would like to know, and having patience within that. And really doing some deeper work to understand the true heart of the matter of situation here. I'm gonna pull some clarifiers on what action. Can you please clarify the Chariot, please? Overall energy of the reading. Interesting. One more for current situation here. I'll read it in a second. Just current situation for Capricorn, please. Wow. So you have wildness, which is all about speaking your voice, speaking your truth, and using your intuition, like you're just like your instinct, right? Could be survival mode and finally speaking up, because the wolf is kind of speaking out, and you have the speak up card as well. So I think for some of you that you need to get this out. Rising up from a dark time, and I do think that this is globally. Maybe some of you have really been affected with COVID and stuff, and just like every day-to-day life. And now it's time to take action to really shift something. Maybe there's been a lot of stagnancy here, or like just very disconnect with self, disconnect with people, disconnect with loved ones. And now there's like this reemergence of taking action and kind of finally moving forward to like really connect with people. This is inner strength. This is the strength card, you know, in the tarot. I don't know. I feel like this is willpower, you know. This is having willpower, like we spoke about before, in the Chariot, you know. This is the same type of willpower. This is the inner strength that's happening here, to gain momentum, to gain strength and knowledge to like move forward, and like learning how you're going to navigate this type of energy here, and using your intuition, really connecting with yourself, listening to yourself, not the mind, listening to the body and the heart and the soul and what it's telling you here. I do think there's a lot going on with self-love here, and then the love for the human race, if it isn't a relationship. I'm not saying it's not a relationship, but that's more of the essence of what I'm getting here. So for the Chariot, you have the Strength card again. You know, this is willpower here. The willpower to move forward. The inner strength to move forward. Your intuition. Really connecting with your intuition. The Void, you know, maybe there's something that you're avoiding or not seeing. Or this also could be like you going inward and closing your eyes and not taking the like external influences to like the news or whatever. You know, like external influences to really... I want to say like destabilize or like a disillusion or something. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. I see like a little bit of discernment, like really taking what is coming in and really picking the truths out for yourself here. You know, that's kind of what I'm getting. And then the Voice is all about really listening to people. I think this is more about how to bring yourself back and have real love for everyone. Because this is like reconnecting to the world right now, if it's not a deep self-love thing. Listening to other people and how they say things and what they say, and not waiting to talk, really listening to them. And I know a lot of Capricorns we're very, I'm a Taurus, so I know we're like very earth energy. We're very grounded for the most part if we're balanced. But I feel like, you know, there could be like a disconnect here with really listening to people and being compassionate. This might be globally, not just Capricorns, but you're the only one that's come up in the reading as like the major thing. Interesting. So in the how you can move through intellect and communication, you have the Fool in the reverse. And the Fool in the reverse is all about fearing the unknown. Let me put it up right so you can see this pretty card. Fearing the unknown and and because of fear, you're being really cautious to make a move. And there's causing some stagnancy, or there's causing like some of this disconnect because or causing the lack of action here because of fear. You're allowing fear to dictate. And fear is not being present. Fear is being in the future. You know, you're fearing the unknown is not being present. So maybe this is what this is asking you. It's like, you know, taking action here is using your intuition to guide you and to really push forward. And doing that, you have to be present to know where the Chariot is going, right? Like to actually see it and move it. You have to be present in your awareness. So I think that's what that is. It's fear of change, or fear itself. I'm just gonna do that again here. Intellect and communication, please. And this is in the communication position, how we articulate things, right? How we take things in. And really, I mean, I don't know if you have a fear of communicating somehow, or like, you know, or asking or allowing fear to hold you back from really grasping the things that you've asked for from the universe, because fear is standing in the way of actually having this pure essence of what you really want. Is kind of you know, it's almost like saying, I really want to make $1 million, but I don't believe that I can get it. So, because fear does that same thing. It's a negative tone on what you're asking from the universe. So that's kind of also what I'm getting here. One more, please, of the Fool in the reverse. Thank you. Playfulness. Well, you know, the Fool upright position. Well, here, I'll show you the playfulness. The Fool in the upright position is taking a new journey, right? And self-belief. So I think in order to turn this Fool around and not being fearful anymore, it is being more playful. It is having more fun, lightening up the situation, because I think fear is very isolating and it causes us not to have fun. I know that from self-experience, you know, and realizing that there's a lot of opportunity and possibilities and choices to be made here. Twos are all about choices, and you can choose the path that you want to go to, whether you want to stay in the fear or move forward. It's your choice. But there is a lot of possibilities here for you to really shift something in the way you communicate and the way you articulate things and how you express yourself, you know? There's something that can be really released here if you choose to do something to release that or shift that energy. I'm going to pull some of these. Whoa. Yeah, intellect. See, these came out in the last reading. I think I did Aries. So the six, resilience, is sixes are also about overcoming obstacles and perseverance here. It's a Six of Pentacles, and Pentacles are all about, this is having compassion. This is give and take. This is the communication. So it's giving and taking. It's communicating to the universe, to yourself, to your loved ones, to people. And what you give out, you get back in return, and you accept it. It's about accepting this flow of energy coming in. It's really important to do that. And having compassion for those that you don't have compassion for some of you that are kind of not seeing it because of the behaviors that are being, it's hard. I'm not saying it's not easy, but it's not that easy, but it's just maybe bringing awareness in the way they communicate and the way you speak things, just to have a more pure, honest, truthful dialect, or the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you deliver out your messages, making sure that they're a little bit more pure, and also connecting more with intuition and your emotions, and not so much in the head. Literally like cutting this off with the way you communicate, and communicating from the heart, communicating from the intuition, because I think that is the true way of communicating, not what the mind tells us by people's actions or behaviors or whatever, or past experiences that have caused this. So I think that's really important message to clarify. Please clarify. Capricorn. You have exactly the same card as you did with the Chariot. The voice. Listening to people speak without, I'm not saying you want to talk or you're waiting to talk, but really hearing people and what they're saying instead of assuming what they're saying and making judgments on them. That's what this is. This is taking the mind out of the situation, using your heart, using your intuition, really connecting, really having compassion in the way you deliver things and the way you perceive things and the way you bring out things, the way you communicate, and really listening to people and what they really, not what they're really saying, not what they're actually verbalizing. Because sometimes people don't even know how to communicate right about what they're feeling. They can't connect with the emotion or see it first. So really being compassionate and looking into that might help you have a better understanding for behaviors and people and friends and tribes and all that. Well, whoever's in your life, whoever this is about, could be a relationship, It's interesting, the moon energy. There is a death that has happened here. And the death card fell out along with, I wrote it down, along with justice. Let me see. Yeah. The justice card, like, it was all about having responsibility and being fair. Having fairness. And the death card was a transformation or transition or transformation. The death card is transformation. It's a change. It's a shift. Something died and now something's born or a rebirth. It's an inevitable ending. It's like something had to end in order for something to start. And I think that that's the kind of essence that I have here, that something ended. And this is more of the subconscious. Maybe you didn't even realize it. Maybe you did. And there's like finding this responsibility or this fairness with the results or with what came out of it. And now you're taking action to like really move forward with something. And the moon energy came out, which is all about, well, the moon could be many things. Okay. So, but it's also like the unknown, not, fears really taking control here. And we did talk about fears, this could be fears holding you back or things being said to you or revealed to you, not secrets, sometimes secrets. If this is a relationship, then you're learning something about somebody that you are now learning for the first time. So it could be that way, and it could be causing a storm, or the storm had already happened and that's what's causing all of this action. But this is in the communication, like it could be a storm in your own mind because you're really shifting ways of doing stuff. And it is kind of like a tower moment when you're doing something completely different than you did before. Anyway, so in the emotions position where you can release from emotions you can release or what you can really connect with, you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is all about self-delusion maybe sometimes in the way you process your emotions or connect with your emotions. It could be an indecision of some sort, really like not making a decision or a choice. Twos are always about choice, crossroads, making a decision. It could also be some kind of barrier that's kind of preventing you from really digging deep or seeing the real issue here. And this is connecting with your emotions and other people's emotions, but more about yourself. And then the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, you know, it's kind of withdrawal or retreating and not seeing help from others, or not seeing something being shown to you, or like a helping hand, or seeing the other possibilities or the other ways of seeing something. You're only seeing it your way because you're in contemplation, you're retreating, you're kind of going inward. You're withdrawing from everything around you here when it comes to emotionally. Maybe because you're trying to contemplate on a decision or a choice here, or a direction you want to take. But this is maybe reminding you just to make sure that you're not like missing something or help from the outside world. You know, don't retreat too much to the point where you're isolated. Because there's being help. There's help. This bird is helping this person holding an umbrella. She doesn't realize it's raining and the bird's holding an umbrella. And all these colors mean like new opportunity, new ways of seeing something, a different perspective. You know, that's what all the colors in the umbrella mean. So you're missing all the other perspectives and possibilities of something because you're stuck in the mind of just where you're at, because it's like you're very far and you're very in it. It's hard to get out of that sometimes. So you're very like this is guarding energy. It is a guarded energy. One more, please, for that. Grounded. And I feel like maybe there's some of you need to get grounded, or maybe you're too grounded, you know, because there needs to be taken action here. Could be grounded with your emotions and kind of really being rooted in them and kind of grasping them, and understanding them and seeing them for what they are, and using your intuition here, you know. But don't be grounded too much where you're not moving in the Four of Cups here. One more, I'm going to move on to the final one here. Emotions, please, for Capricorn 2021. Thank you. Needs. The needs. This could be finance. This could mean like investment in... I'm not going to get into too much. It was at the bottom of the deck. Time management. It could be work related here, or how much investment you're doing in this contemplation. Not only money, but it could be investment. How much time you're spending there, time management. Like, are you really, really in this deep contemplation or deep thought where you're not, you know, you're spending too much time and energy in this? And there's a lot of change coming, and maybe you're not seeing it, you know, the Ten of Pentacles here, which is abundance. You know, you're not seeing that you have this abundance here. And this is like coping mechanisms that are not allowing you to really move forward and see the better picture, or see the see the possibilities out there. And it's really about nourishment, you know, nourishing your, like really connecting with emotions to really, to really release what doesn't serve you anymore. You know, really nurturing yourself, nourishing yourself with thoughts. Turn off the TV, the news, social media. Really nourish your temple with positivity, positive affirmations, love, light. You know, just a reminder, I'm not saying change all your habits, but if this is something that's really flooding your awareness to your connection to your inner being and your emotions, it's just asking you to nourish that, like really like cleanse. I'm not religious at all when it comes to fixed religion, but I feel like there's like a baptism kind of wanting to happen here with like cleansing, like more of like a cleansing of water or emotions running into you, where you actually start to feel and really connect with yourself on a deeper level. One more. Having an understanding more for yourself, absolutely. And maturity. Really understanding things as they are, and really understanding yourself in this way, and not allowing yourself to be isolated. And this is maturity. But this is maturity emotionally and physically, spiritually. I just see like all these flowers here and blossoming in here, and like really how the way that we process things, and really looking at things in a different way, more beautiful way, more nurturing way, gratitude, that kind of thing, more loving, light kind of energy. The outcome is Temperance. Is the only one I have so far. I'm going to pull some more, but it's a great card to have. This is all about finding balance and great connecting with your intuition here, and finding balance, and doing things in moderation. Like step by step, like not doing everything all at once. Really taking. You know what this is like? This came out in the last reading too, and this is about blending your elements, blending elements together to find balance. Taking all of this lessons and all these things and kind of working with them together, because I feel like sometimes we as humans kind of compartmentalize, like this is here only, and I'm over here and you're over here and this is over here, and literally kind of separating all of these elements of life. But at the end of the day, we're all in, like everything that is in our lives is all encompassing and under one umbrella. It's not separate. So really combining and grasping and understanding and nourishing this kind of energy to find harmony in all aspects of your life. That's what I'm seeing in this. Integration here with all of these things to make a well-rounded, balanced outcome. That's a really beautiful outcome. I love that, actually. It's a lot of potential there. And resistance, really resistant, really releasing the grip a little bit to resisting the fear of change. Kind of like what maybe writing a list of things that don't serve you and the things that do serve you, and kind of saying like, well, what can I let go of here? What do I not need to hold? What do I need to hold on a little tight? And what do I need to not hold on to anymore? Is this stale energy? Is this energy that's not serving me in my best vibration? Because maybe that's preventing you from really finding this balance and this harmony and this interweaving of energy and elements together. One more. I'm going to do one more. I keep this called to it. If it doesn't give it to me next round, I'll pull another one. So it gave me 20 of them. Okay, I'm going to take these. This is surrendering. This is not allowing obstacles, this resistance and fear, not allowing that to prevent you from surrendering and really letting go of control here, or just giving it up to the universe, balance, finding balance. This is all about reaching your goal here of finding balance in the Temperance, and focus, really staying focused on the game here. Where do you really want to go? Accepting change for what it is, being really focused on the things that you really want to change and what you're okay with, and not losing that focus to allow fear to take over and judgment and all of those things, Sorry, I just think this is a lot. And it's really beautiful, but it's a lot. It's a lot, but I love it. It's a lot of work. The point of this is to love more, to yourself, to your partner, to the universe, to the human race. Have a little bit more compassion. Love yourself a little bit more. Listen to people where they're really at, not for what you're actually hearing, because they may not even know or be connected to it. Watching for things being revealed to you that you need to hear. Letting go of fears that no longer serve you. Turning that Fool upside down so you can actually, have a new journey and have the self-belief again in the way you communicate. Really being mature about how you process emotions here. Staying grounded, not being so guarded. Have a better understanding for yourself. Nourishing your temple and your heart. I'm not going to keep these. Connect to the earth is one of them, because you are earth energy, and staying grounded and connecting to the earth and appreciating life, like all forms of life. Self-care for Capricorn for the month of May, please. Drink tea, but this is also just nourishing your temple, like I said earlier. Meditate. This is also just staying grounded in this, but not too grounded. Chanting for some of you, beauty rituals. Start taking care of yourself a little bit more. Maybe that'll give you a little bit of like a lightness. Painting your nails, giving yourself some. This is self-love. This is what self-love is. Even if it's superficial, external stuff, vain stuff like painting our nails and putting makeup on and dressing up and feeling like a princess, I want to say, or just feeling good. Gender neutral here. Like just feeling good about yourself, taking care of yourself to like feel human again after this last year of wearing pajamas all year, really. Never leaving the house. Enough of that crap. Life moves on now, hopefully. And dance. This just means lighter energy. Have a little bit more fun. Playfulness, like we said earlier. Capricorn, I love you guys. I have a lot of Capricorns in my life that I love dearly. I hope this resonated for you. If it didn't, I'm sorry. There's a lot of great readers out there that I love to listen to. But if it did, likes and subscribes are appreciated. It grows the channel, keeps me relevant. Have a great month of May. This is a lot of work, but even baby steps is a step in the right direction. And have a great month. Stay healthy, stay happy, have fun. I love you, and I will see you next month. Take care.